here's a question for you. Is marriage overrated?
Why aren't people getting married anymore?
A new Pew Research poll found that 2 in 5 young adults think marriage is an outdated tradition.
Marriage rates are at their lowest right now.
Is marriage really even worth it?
More than half of marriages end in divorce.
If you get married, you have to be stuck with this person for the rest of your life, right? That's why you get married. So that's why it's declining. Why would you get married if you want to have just one partner when you can have multiple?
Marriage is stupid.
Welcome to the Married AF podcast, the self-proclaimed greatest marriage and relationship podcast in the world. My name is Matt Powers, alongside my amazing, beautiful wife of 16 years, Monica, baby. How you doing?
I have a mouthful of chocolate.
I said, hey, are you ready to go? You're like, yeah, let's do this thing. And I get started, and you are not ready to go. Like, at all.
I don't remember saying, yeah, let's do this.
Well, you nodded.
I remember
you said
saying,
something inappropriate, and then we got started.
What are we doing?
You know what we're doing.
That's where the conversation led to.
Yeah. Hey, yo. Listen, couples should be able to joke like that. If you don't make those little innuendos to each other, then you need to kind of revisit where you are. But welcome to the program, everybody. Man, it's going to be a good one for you today. I thank you all who are watching, who are listening, who are subscribing, who are downloading. Our YouTube subscribers, thank you. If this has ever helped you or anybody, or you think it could help someone else, share it, like it, give it to someone, listen to it with your spouse, especially listen to it with your spouse. We thank you.
They don't have to listen to it with their spouse. Like, they could be at different parts of.
Well, I think you should both totally listen to it, and then you can discuss it, and you can laugh, and you can cry. Hopefully people aren't crying when they listen to this.
Aw. Yeah, please don't cry.
We don't say anything that deep, do we?
Well, there was this one time. Anyways.
It's one time at band camp.
I never went to band camp.
Me neither. But I heard from American Pie what happens there, so we'll leave it at that.
Powers.
Anyways.
No one that we know listens to us. I think. Let me say that again.
Wow.
That's not true.
Say, because I've had people say, like, hey, I'm listening. I had it happen today.
Right. So are they really listening?
I don't know.
Because I really think that statistics don't lie.
No.
Like DNA.
Data drives decisions. DNA don't lie. Statistics don't lie.
Because the places that people are listening to us
ain't from here.
No. They're not from
some people
anywhere we've lived.
All right, so let's throw a challenge out there.
But hold on. It's our top spot is New York City, New York.
NYC.
What? Los Angeles, San Jose, Chicago, Miami, Dallas, Texas.
That works. Those are big cities. Those are 6 of the largest cities in the country.
But something hit me this week in thinking of, no one around here listens, or I don't know that anybody listens ever. I think these are all fake.
I know.
But looking at all the places that are showing, hey, these are the people that are listening the most. Top 5, New York, Los Angeles, San Jose, Chicago, and Miami. I think you guys just like the way we sound.
It's the accent. It's that southern drawl. A little more Savannah.
It just rolls off the tongue a little sweeter.
Like you got molasses in your mouth.
Molasses.
Thank you, Nard Dog. No, I don't. Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
But with Dallas, I feel like, is anybody that's in Dallas? Are they from Dallas anymore? Kind of like Tampa was when we lived there.
Yeah, everyone that we ever met from Tampa was not from Tampa.
Just maybe
They're from
one.
Anywhere other than Tampa.
Okay.
I don't know.
That was just my rant.
Let's throw the challenge out there. Let us know where you are listening from. We'd love to know where you're listening from.
Yeah.
And you want to, have anything else for that? That's it.
Well, I don't think we have that much of an accent, but
well, to people
around here, we don't have an accent.
No, but to people in Boston,
Oh, I love Boston accents.
Like when
I mean,
we
I
went-
like New York accents
When
too.
we went there, it was extremely noticeable that these folks aren't from around these parts. It was very clear in how we spoke.
But it's funny because every time we were asked where we were from, we always got Texas.
Yeah, that was a lot of Texas. Y'all from Texas.
Y'all from
you?
Texas?
From Dallas, from Austin.
But they would say it like that.
Yes.
Y'all from Texas?
No, we're not.
I was
Do
like,
we look like we're
dang,
from
is our
Texas?
draw that thick?
Maybe it's not. I don't know. But no, not from Texas. From good old sweet home Alabama. So, to get into today, I got
What are we doing?
two articles today. I want to get your thoughts on them. One is there were couples therapists were asked to share their biggest red flags when it comes to couples who are heading for divorce. So these are therapists who do couples therapy, and this is what we've seen, this is what our experience is, and if we see these, this is what usually heads towards divorce. Now, I want to see if you agree with some of these.
I don't know how I'm supposed to agree with these.
Well, just because you're smart, that's why. And I disagree with this first one. So,
Do tell.
in a sense, the first one says this may seem counterintuitive at first. Many people believe that this is not a strength to a relationship, says one marriage counselor. But when you stop fighting with each other, it means you're headed towards divorce. Now, what they're saying here is that you have lost the passion and the fire to bring your disagreements to each other and to fight about them. And maybe it's the word fight that I'm not because we don't fight.
We don't even argue.
We've disagreed on things, but we talk it out and we move on. But life's too short to be mad and arguing and fighting about all sorts of nonsensical nonsense.
Hold on.
So we're not going to do any of that. What do I have?
Eyebrow.
I don't know.
It was just.
This is real life, people. It's like, hold on, we got to fix this eyebrow. I don't know what it is. We'll zoom in on the camera and we'll be like,
Speaking
boom.
to me.
What was he saying?
Oh no.
Pick-
Fix me.
Pluck me? Get rid of me?
There's that, but you won't let me do that.
No, because that's the most painful thing.
It is not.
When you pluck my
You were
eyebrows,
just a
it
baby.
hurts so bad. It brings a tear to my eye.
Is it worse than when I plucked the little hairs on your nose?
No, they're the exact same thing. I hate both of them equally. That's something you and I could fight about. So what do you think about that? You stop fighting means what they're saying is essentially you no longer care.
I think that's dumb.
I agree, because we don't fight. So that means we're headed for divorce? No, I completely disagree with that. Now, if you can't have conversations with each other, then yeah, that's a problem.
Maybe fight's the wrong word for them to use.
I agree. And that's what I mean. What they're saying is you no longer have the desire to hash out any issues that you may have with each other.
How do you,
and you
why do you
emotionally
have to
disengaged.
hash them out? Why would that be a fight?
It shouldn't be a fight. Well, it comes from our own selfishness, where we are so selfish, where we become more concerned with being right than moving past whatever situation may come up. That's our human nature. We want to be right about everything. You know? So I didn't necessarily agree with that one.
I'm not a therapist. I mean, we do marriage counseling, and I've never thought once that a couple that didn't, if they were not arguing people, maybe they're scared of confrontation.
Maybe they don't like to argue. Well, I don't like to argue.
No, I used to beg you to fight with me.
I know you did. And you lost that fight. Boom, shakalaka. Number 2.
Hey, just so we're clear, there's still no picture on the wall behind you.
No,
Boom,
there's not.
roasted.
No, that sucker fell last time. Number
And
2.
that is how we fight.
Exactly. Number 2, your lives have become more and more separate. It's normal and healthy for partners to maintain some independence within a marriage, whether it's having friendships, career aspirations, hobbies, etc. But a growing sense, excuse me, everybody, a growing sense of division, however, can be a warning sign that the marriage is in decay. Couples experiencing trouble tend to trend towards spending more time apart, and it does not reflect a healthy balance, and rather a preference for living separate lives. Thank you. What do you think, though? I think that.
I don't.
Okay, explain.
Current situation. I'm at school and volleyball more than I am at home right now.
Yes, but when it comes to leading separate lives, when your games are here or close, we're there.
True.
We're going to support. We're going to be there. And that's just an opportunity. Again, we may not be able to sit next to each other or talk to each other or anything like that, but I'm able to look across the court and watch my wife.
Well, that's how I feel on Sundays when you're doing a message.
Exactly. Now, maybe
that's mine.
Is that what you when you think of me? Is it the my man and
you
not the,
said something today at church and you're telling because you're talking about family and all that stuff, right? So when you were talking about the wives are supposed to submit. Yes, submission is a dirty word for people.
They hate it.
But how are you speaking of your husband?
Yes.
And you gave examples, as in, oh, there he is. Let's just hurry up and get this over with. He's going to talk to me. Oh, his breathing gets on my nerves.
Yep.
Or when you see your husband, your thoughts of him when you see him are, that's my man coming right there. Yes, I am hardcore. That's my man.
Well, man, I hope so.
But I feel the same way. I know that's how you, when you see me.
Oh, absolutely.
But we're kind of living different lives. Not that we're separate. We tell each other absolutely every single detail.
Yeah, and even though we're apart more now because you are at the school every day and for a long amount of time, especially during the season, we're still talking throughout the day. We're still texting throughout the day. You know, the communication never stops there. I think we're still very much engaged in each other's lives. Yeah, we don't get to spend much time together as we would like, but we're still very much a part of each other's life and very much engaged. And I can get where, you know, career and job and different things can happen where you may seem separate from each other. But as long as you continue to engage with each other, and it's not that, you know, I don't resent you at all for taking on this. In fact, I'm your biggest supporter. I'm all for it. I'm going to lift you up and I'm going to support you and encourage you to do that. And you do the exact same thing for me. And I think that's where we see the disconnect here is when, all right, well, you do your thing, I'm going to do my thing, and that's going to be it. Yeah, I think that's going to lead towards a negative direction.
If you're just going to be roommates.
Don't want a roommate. Had roommates in college. I'm not interested in roommates anymore. Have two small roommates. They'll move out at some point in time.
Maybe.
Our oldest, sorry, Cash, she's not going anywhere.
You kidding? Baby girl's not going anywhere either.
No, not at all. Number 3, you are not transparent with one another.
Ooh.
I mean, transparent. It says privacy is about personal boundaries, while secrecy is about intentionally hiding something.
Oh, absolutely.
And I agree with that. Yes, we need our own privacy. Now, it's mostly like leave me alone.
Going to the toilet.
Leave me alone when
Close the door when I'm pooping.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Leave me alone while I'm trying to take a dump.
Yes.
And that's about it. But yeah, secrecy, you're intentionally trying to hide something.
Yeah.
And that's, I totally agree.
That's like us where we have all of the passwords to anything that we have. And if for some reason a password's changed and we didn't tell the other 99.9% of the time, it's an easy, I can guess what this is.
Yeah, it's I have, I think, 2 separate types of passwords. And that's it. It's only because a couple of things like, oh, you have to change your password. I hate that so much. I can't remember all my passwords and everything. And the truth is, there's some things that we do have. And you've given me the passwords. And
you don't even know how to log into it.
If I tried to log into it right now, if my life depended on me logging into a few things right now, it's over. I'm done. I couldn't do it. Could not do it.
You're lucky because all my passwords are saved on my thing and you just have to know the code to get in.
Exactly.
But you know the code.
Yeah.
So it's not like you wouldn't.
No, you have to.
What do we need to do?
There can't be any secrets unless you're trying to, surprise your spouse with something. Those are secrets that can't be held long. But long-term secrecy, you're definitely headed towards divorce. You don't want to deal with that.
That leads to having the separate lives.
Totally. And I think this number 4 is kind of the way how you get to this point. You rarely talk to each other, especially about the future and what your goals are. And I agree with about that because we're looking, not constantly, but we're looking towards the future, and we're excited about the things that are coming up and the things we get to experience. And we talk about the things we want to do, and we want to be able to do this together and make sure that we both align ourselves to do that together. I totally agree with that because you're in my future.
Yeah, better be.
totally see you in my future. So why would I not want to share what my thoughts and vision is for that? And you do the same thing for me.
Yeah, I mean, for months we've been talking about our trip to Hawaii next month.
Yep. Thank you, Wheel of Fortune.
What?
Wheel of Fortune sending us to Hawaii, all because I answered a puzzle correctly.
All because your wife secretly, there's a secret.
There's a secret. There's secrecy right there. I mean, you did.
There was the thing that popped up. Because this is our anniversary time. So
It is.
a few years ago we did, what was it? The Wheel of Fortune Live?
Yes. They come to your town.
Yeah.
And
So
you go.
that was our anniversary thing. So we could go up and spin the wheel.
Yes.
Because we were, oh my gosh. Yeah, we want to spin the wheel. When will we ever really get to spin the wheel?
Yeah, never.
Joke's on you. Well, that's when I secretly signed you up. I knew it was just destiny for you to be on the show because every time you watch it, you're like, blah, 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 blah. There's the puzzle.
Much easier at home than it is there. I promise you
Are
that.
you kidding me? If anybody actually watched the episode that you were on, they were as loud as I was in the studio when you said you wanted to solve the puzzle.
Yeah, when they
I
tell
think they
them-
just had to bleep my,
Everyone's got their hands up like, don't speak.
and I just scream out, what?
Yeah, it's a problem.
When the directors are sitting in front of you, but on the stage, and I'm just in the audience area, turn
Yeah.
around and just give you the look like, get her out of here.
She's a problem.
And then you solve the puzzle.
And then I solved the puzzle, and we are off to Hawaii. Number 5.
But those secrets are okay secrets.
Those
you
are
think?
great secrets because it's a surprise for your spouse.
Yes.
And you want to make them happy, and you want to surprise them and see the joy on their face and have that experience and be able to share in that with
The
them.
joy on my face is that I know that you can't do that for me
No,
because I refuse to do Jeopardy. I love Jeopardy.
I know. I can't sign you up secretly. You have to take tests and do it on your own, and it's just not there. Number 5, you confide more in other people than you do your spouse.
Oh, we talked about that today at church too. What are you saying about your husband? What are you saying about your spouse? Is he constantly getting on your nerves and so you're constantly speaking about him negatively and everybody else is joining the train going, yeah, mine's this and that too. And you speak it to life.
Yeah, you essentially do. I mean, you talk negatively, that's going to happen. It just is the
I
way that it
cannot
is.
join in on a husband bashing day.
No, can't join in, won't join in. Like even
I
if
don't
you,
even have anything to contribute.
Well, and even if you did, and even if I did, even if I had plenty, like, oh, she has just been awful, and if I had plenty to bash you on, and that came up with a group of guys, and it was the roles were reversed, I would still never say anything negatively about you in public to anybody. That's between us and something that we would talk about. And it's no one else's business. But you don't ever want to paint your spouse in bad light to anybody, even if they do suck and they are awful and they're not doing anything and they're not pulling their weight. You don't want to speak that out to other people. Y'all need to work that out together. So I completely agree with that. That it can be such an awful, terrible, negative thing if we do that. So that's not a very... not a great thing to do.
No,
At
that
all.
definitely tells me you're going to get a divorce.
Yeah. Oh, quickly.
Let me hear somebody tell me you said something about
Like,
me.
you're not going to believe what your husband said about you. Yeah, that caused some problems.
Yeah, I mean, I've had that said to me.
Well, not in a negative way.
No. Like, you're not going to believe what your husband says about you today on the platform.
You usually know about this stuff.
I typically get asked, hey, can I use this story in the message today? Why is it being used and what good is going to come from it?
And I will say, to your credit, you've never said no.
No.
You've never said no. Even though I know you've wanted to, you've never said no. And
I'm
thankful
not
for
all
that.
about people knowing all my
I know.
business.
I know. Our daughter was so mad when I used her stuff. She was so mad at me. She come up to me and she was like, "You said you wouldn't use my name."
Oh,
I was like,
You told her you wouldn't use her name?
I don't remember telling her that at all because I asked her about it. I said, "Hey, Elkie, I need to use this story. This is the illustration. This is what I have to do. I got to use this story." And she didn't want me to. I was like, "But Elkie, it's so good. It works so perfectly. It needs to be." I guess she said, "Don't use my name." Well, I definitely used her name.
Oh, you used her name.
Oh, I used her name. I was like, "But Elkie, it went so good." Oh, she was.
It's not. What does it matter? Everybody knows who our kids are, especially if they're at church.
She was so mad at me because of it. It was so cute and just so funny. So those are the top 5 things that marriage couple therapists see that can end in divorce. Now I'm going to shift gears real quick because this also can end in divorce. But again, it kind of goes along the same lines. And this is people are revealing why sex in their relationship fizzled out with their partners.
Ooh.
What their partner had done to make it just completely disappear and go away completely. So the very first one was when they started treating everyone else better than me. I felt like I was just an afterthought, and it completely killed the attraction that I had for my husband. So they started, I guess, lifting other people up and treating others better than their wife. Which, if you're doing that, I could totally see where that's going to completely kill the attraction.
I guess I am just the butt person that's
you're
always
the butt
got
person. What were you saying now?
I hear all the things that people are, I guess, are complaining about. I'm listening in, and I always think there are 3 sides to a story. There's your side, there's his side, and then there's the truth.
Every single time.
So, in this situation, I also hear resentment. Why would you be sad that he's lifting other people up?
I can see that.
Are you just jealous because he's not giving you all the attention? Because people don't think about things in that way.
I could see that. Yeah, is he not giving you any attention, or is he focused?
Or is he still giving you the attention and you're just now noticing he's giving other people attention that he gives you and you don't like it?
And perhaps that's just who he is. Maybe he's just an encouraging, life-giving individual who wants to see people do their best and wants to lift people up. A lot remains to be seen there. But if it's that, then, well, maybe you need to pump your brakes just a little bit. But I could see where, hey, they used to oogle over me.
It's called jealousy.
And now they don't do anything for me at all. Here's another one here. I stopped wanting to have sex with him because I felt so objectified. His affection towards me was only tied to sex. Once I stopped, he started being more sexual and pushy with every other woman that we would see. Doesn't matter about looks, personality, or morals, and I ended up walking out of the relationship.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
I think that just because the only time they showed affection was when he wanted sex, and that was it. And I would agree with that. When you realize the only reason they're treating me this way, they're being kind to me, they're acting this way, is because they just want me for sex. And once he gets that, he's gonna go off and do his own thing and just not love me. And we've said it before, like men,
they're called booty calls.
Those are called booty calls, but also men, especially with your wife. Like if you want to have sex with your wife, you better step up the game a little bit. You can't just show up and be like, bam.
A naked man only works 60% of the time.
Yes, and even then, you need to do some things.
60% of the time, it works every time.
You need to do some things that are going to help lift that up, and compliment her, love her, know her love language, take out the trash.
He needed to know the encouragement of the other guy that just had the problem with his wife.
Oh, totally. Totally so. How about this one? She was always so down on herself and negative about herself. She had no self-esteem at all. It kind of got insulting because no matter what I said, it was brushed off, and then she'd get upset because she said I was not complimenting her enough. I could see where that would be a complete turnoff.
So this is the guy saying this about her?
That she was always just negative and down on herself. Just a complete, like, I'm no good. I can't do this. I can't do that. Just completely negative on herself all the time.
Well, when you speak it into existence, you're going to start believing it. I understand how that could be a turnoff, because if she's constantly thinking that and he's trying to give her all the things that she needs,
Yeah.
I get where he would want to. It's work for him.
Yeah, it's like a job.
Yeah. And if she didn't like the way she looks, turn the lights off. I've said that multiple times.
You have. Just turn off the lights.
Everybody looks the same in the dark.
And the truth is, with the self-esteem issue, and we've said it a million times, but women, if you're feeling that and you're low on your self-esteem and you're always negative about yourself and how you look, and you don't feel sexy, you don't feel wanted or desired, I can promise you your man wants you.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, he wants you. No matter how you're feeling about yourself, and he probably tells you over and over again, you may not feel it, but I promise you he does. It's not just saying something to get something. He is thinking that all the time.
I mean, there's also other things that you need to take into thought too in a situation like this. Did she just have a kid? Has she not lost all the weight that she had gained from having a child? Because I know that's how I felt.
Yeah, which is totally natural.
That's a normal thing.
Totally normal, totally natural.
Yeah. Like after the car wreck, I felt disgusting because I didn't get to go work out, because I literally work out so I can eat whatever I want.
Yeah, we love food.
I have a good relationship with food.
It's a great relationship.
Obviously,
with
as I'm sitting here trying to eat chocolate, but trying to eat zero sugar.
It's zero sugar candy though. So I mean that's always kind of nice.
That's why I can eat that and I don't have to work out anymore. But anyways, I'm saying I was not working out because I couldn't, but I was not changing my appetite. So I felt horrible. I felt disgusting because I was gaining weight. Well, of course you're going to gain weight when you don't change the way you eat and you stop working out. So I felt disgusting. But not once did you let me believe any of my nonsense.
Because I didn't see it. I mean,
Exactly.
I didn't see it that in you at all.
I might see it. My clothes might tell me. But you were like, that booty looking good, baby.
It's every bit of everything. And that's how 99% of all men are going to feel the exact same way. They're not going to feel any differently.
So it's
whatsoever. Absolutely
in the mind of whoever is feeling that way, saying those things about themselves.
It is. It's totally a mindset. Last one for you, real quick, and then we'll get out of here. And this one makes me laugh. Honestly, it's only because I saw my stepmother, who I loathe, in her. So he could see the actions, the mannerisms, just traits about his stepmother, who he hated, in her. So he just could no longer desire her, which I totally get, and he had to step away from the relationship completely.
Okay, here's my but again.
Okay.
But when you saw those things, it wasn't all a wham, 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 wham. Here's this, oh my God, just out of nowhere, that's my stepmom. It had to be realized.
You would think it has to be a slower progression,
right?
Maybe.
But if that's the case, why did you not open your mouth and communicate, hey, this is what I'm seeing. I'm not the biggest fan of it. We need to make some changes.
So yeah, something's got to give. Either something's got to change, or
those hard conversations
go.
have to be had.
Yeah, just as we talked about the marriage counselors. Those are conversations have to be had when you're not confiding in each other, not communicating with each other, not, as they said, fighting, but just communicating in general. Yeah, that can become a problem in how relationships end. And yeah, if you see someone that you absolutely cannot stand in your significant other, yeah, that's going to cause a problem.
Yeah.
So you're right. You have to have a conversation about all of it.
Has to be.
Got to talk. We got to talk, people. You know what else I want to talk about?
Tell me.
Our friends at kingdomandwill.com.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
They're absolutely incredible. Did you buy your stuff yet?
Not all of it.
Oh my goodness
all of it.
gracious. But you got the cart prepared, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, they are a Christian-based clothing company. They have great clothes. The material's great. The shirts fit great. They have all sorts of hats. They got bracelets. They got hoodies. They have all sorts of stuff. Check them out. They are incredible. The clothes fit well for men, especially.
So soft.
It's got that little bit of stretch in it, which feels good. You know, it makes those arms pop just a little bit while maybe hiding the belly just a little bit. It's got great stuff. It's a Christian-based clothing company. You know, a lot of the Christian, wear is not awesome, but kingdomandwill.com is where it's at. Go check them out. kingdomandwill.com. Use promo code MARRIEDAF for 15% off your order. This order, your next order, all orders, 15% off at kingdomandwill.com. Promo code MARRIEDAF.
Yes.
Yes.
I have to go check out now.
Go order today. All
my
right.
phone.
You got any final thoughts there, beautiful? After we
Married
celebrate
AF.
16 years of marriage,
Yeah, it's been that long.
it's been that long. My goodness gracious. Best 16 years you've ever had.
I'm so happy I forced you to marry me.
So am I. We got to get out of here. Lord, we love you. We are so thankful for this platform. We're thankful for what you're doing, that we just get to have conversations and have fun with it. And we know that you're present. And God, we just pray that you'll take it wherever you want it. However far that may go, it is up to you. And we are here just to follow whatever your lead may be. We just pray people can gain something from it. It will inspire people, encourage people have the conversations that they need to have. And we give it all to you, Lord. We thank you. We love you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Play ball.